Hi, traveler, and welcome to Discovery Tour Viking Age. Just like the brave Scandinavians who left their homes on longships in search of new horizons, a quest for knowledge and a promise of adventure awaits you. For 3 centuries, adventurers set sail in search of trade, land, and sometimes plunder, changing the world forever in ways that can still be felt today. We call these adventurers Vikings. Some remember them merely as brutal warriors and merciless conquerors. But there is much more to be learned about their rich and complex culture. History will come alive for you through the eyes of those who lived it. Norse merchants looking to make their fortune, an Anglo-Saxon monk in search of his life's meaning, and even King Alfred himself. You will follow their deeds, both great and small, as they navigate their eventful time in places known today as England and Norway. But fear not. Discovery Tour Viking Age is a safe, combat-free experience that you can enjoy at your own pace and in your own time. Tapping into the years of research of the Assassin's Creed Valhalla team, its content has been crafted in close partnership with renowned historians and academics. On behalf of the entire development team, we hope you enjoy Discovery Tour Viking Age. May the seas be kind on your journey.
I very much look forward to it. Thorstein, a young merchant, prepares to leave on his first raiding expedition, a perilous voyage across the seas. But before he leaves, he must settle his business affairs and attend the Assembly of Freemen. 866 CE. Stavanger, Norway. I'm sure I didn't pronounce that properly.
Your father would be happy to come to the farmer's company.
You'll be off raiding for months, not years. Shorter than your trade routes even. The farm and I will still be here when you return.
And return I shall.
You had better, or I'll come find you.
Trick, do you have any questions for me before I leave?
No. I'll take good care of Gunhilda's reputation while you're away.
I doubt she'll need help, but I'll be glad to know you're here all the same.
Come, Thorstein. The market waits for no man.
Coming, my love.
Sweet. Hold on, let me just stick around real quick. Make sure I can. Make sure I know how to feel for this. Hang on. Okay, good. I can do that. Hello, horse. I really shouldn't have called you, but okay.
Slaves, talk Gunhilda. If he returns to his family and says we mistreated him, I might find myself in a duel.
At least you get it in the Discovery Tours mode.
Swordsmanship.
I'm sure to get practice on this expedition with Harold. Our enemies may not fight with blunted blades, but he's promised me the children of Stavanger are far more fierce.
866.
The children who
Harold
struck you as you lay
No.
sleeping, then
No,
ran
he was
away
way later.
laughing? You'll need to keep your wits about you if so.
Used to this all being narrated to me, but it's fine. Okay, so they've changed up the formula quite a bit, actually. I'm used to all those notes being in world too, but I don't know, maybe that changes later.
Stavanger, as
There
with
we go.
many cities in Assassin's Creed Valhalla,
That would
is
be Sean.
based on an existing city, also called Stavanger. To reconstruct it, level designers and artists used maps, pictures and drawings by archaeologist Jean-Claude
Golvin,
Golvin
yeah.
as references, adding alterations for gameplay purposes. While not all the towns resembled Golvin's drawings, some iconic details helped give a Scandinavian signature to the towns and settlements of the game, easily recognizable by players. Narrow streets, docks, and a salient longhouse in the distance, they all incite exploration and the need for adventure.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Ulf, good morning.
My mother loved the fine woolen cloak you sold me. The stitching is exquisite.
Of course. My wife takes great pride in the needlework, with good reason.
You must have been blessed by Heimdallr, a vision so keen and hands so steady.
Only a talented mother and a very patient husband.
Give Alvik a kiss from me next time you see her.
I will. Fortune guide you, friend.
I feel like we took an unnecessary detour, but that's fine. Oh, where'd you go? What? Oh, there she is. What the fuck?
Mikkel, it's a fine day for little business, don't you think?
Get away from here, Thorstein! I won't be seen dealing with an oathbreaker!
A what?
Keep your voices down. On what grounds do you base this outrageous claim?
That is for you and Bjorn to discuss!
I can't believe he'd betray me like this.
You haven't known Mikkel that long. He has to protect his own reputation first.
Not him, Bjorn.
Ah, he's always sniffing about your trades like a wild dog. He envies your success and wishes to take it for himself.
Well, we won't let him. We've worked too hard for him to take this chance away from us now.
What is going on here? What's the meaning of this? I don't like where this is going.
What falsehoods have you been spreading about my family's honor?
Nothing but the truth. This sail your wife made, that you sold me, is as rotten as your intentions. You wish for me and my men to drown on the open ocean, where our bodies would never be found.
Are you a fool? Even if I wanted to leave you stranded and sail west alone, Harold would never allow it. He would make me rescue you, and then we would all be doomed.
I don't claim to understand you, Oathbreaker, but your methods are plain. I believe I'll go inform Harold of your duplicity. He should be arriving any moment now.
My love, that is no work of mine.
I know. This was done by a hand far coarser than yours. Bjorn is trying to sabotage my place on the expedition.
You cannot let him accuse you in front of the assembly. No chieftain would ever take you on again. I will not see my parents starve because of Bjorn's lies.
Then I must gather evidence and bring his falsehoods to light.
I will speak with the wives, to rally them to our cause. And I will pray to the Hamminja for guidance.
Our ancestors will give you wise counsel, I'm sure of it. I'll see you outside the assembly.
Oh, we got a mystery going on here. Who the fuck framed us?
If I were an impulsive oaf, why would I hide the sail?
Okay, so they're okay. Game mechanics, alright.
These crates came from Notford. No local wares then.
Out of me way! What are you?
Tell
Slave.
me, did Bjorn accept
think.
any wares these
No,
past
maybe,
few
I don't know.
days?
Surely he did. I carried them myself. Wet and nasty they were, smelling as if they'd been stored at the water's edge.
Did you happen to see what was inside?
No, but it had that damp sheep smell. Wool, I suppose.
Thank you, my friend.
Ha. The music kicking in is actually very appropriate. I love this. Let's see who framed us. Let's try to see who framed us anyways. Yes, I can climb it. Yes, I got that.
That is Gunhilda's stitching. So Bjorn planned to take her sail for himself after all. It will need to be more than my word against Bjorn. I'll need people to vouch for me as well. Friends! Neighbors, listen to me! Bjorn has declared me Oathbreaker, calling my good name into question.
We saw the sail. It would have torn in the first gust of wind.
That was a sail he bought from Notfall, carried to us in sea-soaked wood. My wife's sail he kept aside for himself, to use once he reached the open sea.
I am familiar with Gunhilda's stitching. That sail was no work of her hands.
What reason does Björn have to lie? If revealing the truth is as simple as you say.
He hoped to turn Harold against me, to keep me from tomorrow's expedition, to hide the truth until I had already been exiled. If you care for we who will travel with him, this insult cannot go unanswered. He would endanger his crew for a petty grievance. He is unworthy of command. Free men of Stavanger, hear me! We must inform the assembly. We must inform Harold Jarl. Only then will our safe return be assured. Are you with me? The assembly is about to start. I need to find Gunhilda.
Easiest show trial ever. Thorstein is a merchant, a charcoal burner from Stavanger. I should have listened to how they. I should have memorized how they pronounced it. He hopes one day to serve a great jarl. Fair enough. Yo, let's burn down the town. That douchebag ain't gonna insult me no more. I love how they're just shoving people out of the way. Yeah, we're gonna show people we're the good guys in town by shoving them into their houses and door fronts. Oh, wait a minute. Right! I can do this! Oh, now okay, I've missed a lot of... Wow, alright. That is a lot. Okay. Before I leave on that expedition, if assuming it gives me the chance, I am going to explore all those points before I hit England. You know, you don't have to stand in the snow. I guess he's closest to the fire, though. We'll see. The Thing, or Assembly. Things were held throughout the year. The chieftain or king presided over every session. He was sometimes joined or replaced by a lawmaker. The Gothi, who knew all the laws by heart. Laws had to be remembered because the Scandinavians have no written legal code at this time. Every free man had the right to speak freely at the Thing. He could share his opinions, ask questions, and weigh in on issues of social interest. He could also demand justice for crimes or slights. Even though all the freemen had right to be heard, the wealthier members of the Thing could use their influence to steer the Assembly's decisions their way. When Scandinavians settled in Iceland, they held their Thing in a place called Thingvellir. Thingvellir. The assembly field. Here's a photograph of Thingvellir. I'm not gonna try. I give up. I'm done. That's a national park. Interesting. It doesn't... I mean, it's just a natural area, seemingly, but I can see how the acoustics would be good. It's basically like a natural amphitheater, almost. Cool. Okay, well now they're just showing off, and by all means, They should. Harful.
I found your sail and the mark of the goods Bjorn claimed were ours. His lies are already falling apart.
You've done well, but I fear what you have found may not be enough to convince the Assembly. What will you do?
I will demand a Manyapnater and declare my own deeds as evidence that my word holds more weight than Bjorn's. His reputation cannot compete with ours.
A sound plan. I have rallied the wives to our cause and prayed to the gods. Even if you lose, my silver-tongued warrior, the women will make the Assembly see reason.
I see my heart beats as fiercely as ever.
Go now. Reclaim our honor.
Forsetti, bless me as I defend my honor.
Forsetti, the dude from Valkyria Chronicles 4? I'm kidding. Free women in medieval Scandinavia were the pillars of their households. Among many other tasks, they were responsible for their household's economy and kept a watchful eye on their clan's reputation. Also, I want to point out that Bjorn, if I recall correctly, is the Old Norse translation to bear. So, unfortunately, I've seen a bear, and I'm gonna have to just call him an asshole now. Okay, shit. There's a lot of... Nope. The War of Words. Medieval Scandinavians were quick to defend their honor. Someone who felt disrespected could ask for a contest to determine who is right. In one such trial by combat, the weapons... In the word I can't pronounce, the weapons used here were words. Nope, that's not what I meant. Oh shit, oh god. No, I already did that. Already did that. Already did that. Sorry, I wanted to... Oh my god, I keep fucking up. That's what I want to do. Greybeard and Thor, illustrated by W.G. Collingwood, 1908. Ah, yes, I see he's also played Skyrim. So I've covered all that. Damn, that's cool.
Thorstein Oathbreaker! Come to beg forgiveness with your tail between your legs!
Men of the Assembly, Bjorn claimed a sail I sold him was rotten. But I have found Gunhilda's work hidden, and the sail he claimed was mine came in sea-soaked wood from Notfall. He sought to ruin my reputation to cover up his poor trade, all so he could claim Harold's favor as his own.
Thorstein, if what you say is true, Bjorn is guilty of lying, injury to your reputation, and of an arrogance that could have led to the deaths of his crew and yours. Yet he was the one to bring you before the Assembly. So now you must choose. How will you defend your honor?
We will have combat aplenty across the sea. I choose the Manyapnater.
Come then. My tongue is as sharp as my blade. Declare yourself worthy, if you can.
Okay, more game mechanics, alright. Verbal joust. During the duel, listen carefully to what your opponent is saying. Select the most suitable and accurate answer within the available choices to win the duel, but beware, you only have a limited time to answer. Oh, fuck. I thought they said this wasn't going to be hard. Well, I guess they kept their promise. There's no combat, technically.
I'm the finest of navigators, at home on the sea.
Okay, they give you a lot of time, actually.
Yet the ships and the rations were handpicked by me.
True, but I was the first to be picked for this crew.
I do like the writing. It's how the Vikings would have done it. Or at least how they would have told their stories.
And Harold sought me when he already had you.
How can he believe you are the better choice? You're playing him for a fool! You're a liar, a thief, and a braggart! A pest!
I'm the best. Yes!
My worst is still better than you at your best.
No truer words have ever been spoken.
Damn.
It's a shame I have to step in. It's clear that Thorstein is the one who has been wronged. It is my suggestion that Bjorn be removed from my expedition and exiled, never to return. His lands and trade goods will be forfeit, gone to pay the costs of finding another navigator with so little time to spare.
No, Harald.
Do not draw more of my wrath upon yourself. I could have named you a murderer and demanded your death.
And that would have been preferable to him, I suppose.
What say you, men of Stavanger? Do you accept the terms put forth by Harald Jarl?
We choose exile.
Exile.
Exile! Then it is decided. Now come, Thorstein. We have a navigator to find.
God damn, dude just had his life ruined, but also fuck him. Thorstein's reputation is restored, as is his position in Harold's good graces. Alright. Again, the pacing is a little fast, but it's really nice. Bjorn, sentenced to exile, no longer possesses a threat to Thorstein and Gunhilda's honor and household. Reputation restored. Again, I wish all the entries were read out. But man, I love that they managed to get all of this into an educational mode. They could have just, you know. 1870 CE, Isle of Ely, Anglo-Saxon Britain. Brother Erlich awakens on this first day of the late Isle of Ely, ready to integrate himself into monastic life. His quiet peace broken by an unexpected turn of events. The young monk is plunged into the depths of despair beyond all help. Whoa, wait. Did he just choose for me? I might have been too... Damn it! It chose for me! I wanted to continue exploring, though. Fuck you. Through faith and fire, huh? Brother Elric begins his first day as a monk in the monastery of the Isle of Ely. It's his first day at the monastery? Unaware of the ebb and flow of power, Elric has only one goal. Make a good first impression. He seems a little... I don't know what the rules are. But is he a little old to become a monk? Or can you become a monk?
Awaken.
Elrich. Okay, sorry. I know they're not allowed to have a lot of possessions, but it's nice that he's
Let's not keep the abbess waiting.
Dressed, ready to go instantly. The hours of the day. The days and nights of monastic community were divided into 7 or 8 sequences called canonical hours, or simply hours. Alright. The hours serve to organize the day around prayer and mark the completion of various tasks. Oh, wait, huh? Oh, this is a much... Okay, so... wait, okay. It's a fairly nice portrait. It's got a bit of face going on there. Anyways.
You may break your fast in the kitchen with the others once your prayers are concluded. We don't frown on piety here, brother. Once your duties are concluded, You may be assured that food will be available to you, as long as you go to the kitchen before terse.
That's mid-morning?
Precisely, my son.
Oh wow, they made a really big game world, didn't they? Holy shit. Mercia, Wessex, yeah, that makes... Northumbria. Wait a minute, where the fuck is... What? Oh, I'm thinking of this wrong. Where's London? London, yeah, okay. Just shove the monk out of the way. Okay, hang on.
Photogrammetry isn't just a very hard word to say, it's also an innovative technique for in-game textures. Determined to illustrate accurate surfaces, the graphics team travelled to England to capture every inch of stone walls and pavements, sometimes for 12 hours straight. A 3-metre wall would take 250 pictures, stitched together by specialised software. The final result is a 3D file with colours and depths, designed into tileable textures. These textures are then used by level artists and modelers to add onto buildings. To push the realism further, the graphics team also added uneven silhouettes with protruding stones, slate angles, and damaged areas.
Okay, so I've known about photogrammetry since at least EA's Battlefront, the first one. I didn't realize that a 3-meter wall would take about 250 pictures. That is insane. I thought like a couple of dozen pictures, maybe. Holy shit. God damn. Oh, I shouldn't be drinking. Hang on, one sec. Church testimonies. At the time of the Vikings, not many people could read and write. Many of those who could read were church officials. Their writings were created and kept in the monasteries. Most of the pre-conquest England manuscripts that survive to this day were preserved during the Middle Ages in a handful of churches, shown on the map. Oh, that's nice. Because the clergy's writings were preserved, the church's side of the story endures and dominated the historical narrative. The church portrayed the Vikings as bloodthirsty pagan brutes, and this image still prevails today, but bias and political motives may have helped shape the church's records of the era. The Vikings were pagan or non-Christians, and the church disliked and often demonized pagans. The Vikings who would raid monasteries were a hated threat to the church's wealth and to the safety of its people. Furthermore, by portraying the Vikings as ruthless murderers, the church helped drum up resistance to the invaders. The testimonies of clergymen could be helpful for Anglo-Saxon leaders fighting the Vikings. The more bad publicity they gave the enemy, the more effective propaganda it would be.
Are you well, Brother Oswin?
We must have silence at the Lord's table.
Brother!
Very well. Take him to the infirmary if you must. But the bishop shall...
Bro's not having a good time. He's probably got COVID. Still, there are strong indications that early medieval monasteries were not always silent or as calm as they should have been. The central social role that monastic houses played in local affairs meant that they received a steady influx of visitors and their noise. However, this did not mean that absolute silence was unattainable. To avoid breaking silence or disrupting meditatory activities such as reading during a meal, 10th century monks and nuns developed a sign language. This was known as monasterial Monasteriales Indicia, I don't fucking, whatever, or the monastic signs. This language made it possible to maintain a complex discussion without disturbing sacred silence of the monastery. Here's an excerpt from a manuscript explaining how to ask for soap using the monastic sign language by rubbing one's hands together. Okay, well, I can't read that, but that's fine. That's pretty awesome, though. I think they actually referenced this in Kingdom Come Deliverance as well. Bruh had too much of that sacred wine, though. Bruh had too much blood of Christ. It's the most violent Gary animation for a monk.
Where does it hurt?
Everywhere, brother. It's like there's fire in my veins.
I will find a way to ease your pain.
Hang on,
I
hang
promise.
on. Hang on. Can I fuck with this? Hang on a second. Well, hold on a second. Ah, no, I want to carry him somewhere. I just come out with it. I just straight up come out of the hay bale with him. Still on my shoulder, that's funny. Rub you in all the lavender, make you feel better. Oh god. Oh man, I could really go far with this, huh? I kind of don't want to fuck with this too much because I don't want to have to. Hang on. Oh, I can't drop him off here. Oh, that's lame.
He gave me 2 hands.
The patient speaks of fire in the veins, Father.
An uncommon ailment, and one I don't know by heart. The scribes often copy remedies in the scriptorium. You may be able to find something there to aid you. But if not, Sister Winifred will be able to help.
Yes, Father. Sister Winifred! I've looked but can't find a remedy. Tell me, what is the cure for fire in the veins?
A dire challenge indeed. Ox's recipe for pain should aid us here. You will need double brewed ale, honey, feverfew, and wormwood. Though with the raids nearby of late, and the early first frost, you may have trouble with the latter.
Is there anything that can replace it?
Well, I have heard that dust from a relic can have miraculous properties. We're blessed here in Ellie to have several. Perhaps, if you gather some, the saints will intercede on your patient's behalf.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. Double brewed ale.
Surprise, motherfucker. Thank you for the follow.
And the dust of a relic.
Teutonic critter
simple
brooder.
enough.
Okay, hang on a second. Either they restitched a lot of these lines together, or this was written by or this was read out by a fucking AI, because that sounded extremely non-human, to be perfectly honest. Now,
Do I just take it? Or...
Careful, brother. You wouldn't want to get stung. The bees jealously guard their golden hoard.
I need honey for a remedy. Can you help me?
Of course. Take the honey from the table. I'll gather more for the abbess.
Thank you, sister. God bless you.
Okay, no, that is not... Those were lines fed into an AI to read them back. What the hell?
That's the third. Now for the last.
I mean, you could tell... whatever this character's name is again. I'm sorry, I forget. What the fuck is this? You could tell Elric's voiced by an actual human being, while some of these side characters are like patched together AI from the main game or some shit. I don't know. That is weird, man. But I refuse. I almost want to refuse to believe that Ubisoft would be like, text-to-speech is fine. Medieval Scandinavians may not have seen their attacks on monasteries as different from any other raid. New in town and unfamiliar with Christian institutions, the Vikings might not have been able to tell monasteries apart from any other buildings. There's another reason monasteries might have been tempted the Vikings: the location. As pictured here, monasteries like Lindisfarne were often built close to waterways, much to the horror of monks and nuns. This left them very exposed to Viking raiders, who traveled by boat. a drone view of the site. I hope one day to be able to take drone shots like that. Oh crap.
Sister Winifred brought me the recipe from the scriptorium. And now I am delighted to discover you know the use of the mixing bench too. Would that God had sent you to me sooner? The infirmary would be in far better shape.
I spent many summers mixing poultices for the townsfolk in Canterbury.
Then I shall observe and hopefully learn some new tricks of my own. What was the first ingredient in Sister Winifred's remedy?
Oh, wait. Am I supposed to... Oh, shit. I don't remember. Oh, crap. I should have memorized this.
The first ingredient is double brewed ale.
Okay. Remember that part.
Which two ingredients did you gather in the forest?
It was feverfew and honey to ease the throat.
What did Sister Winifred suggest you substitute for the final ingredient?
Okay, so this is a test, and they're testing me. I guess from the abbot. I don't think so. Dust from a relic, right. Okay, I did remember this.
Dust from a relic is said to cure many ills. There. Done.
Okay, I don't think they used text-to-speech.
This should ease Brother Osween's pain.
Because this character didn't sound like they used text-to-speech, but there were a couple lines in there that I could tell that they re-edited. I think the other character was just they had to re-edit it a lot. I don't think it was text-to-speech. Oh, this dude has seen better days. Well, he seems pretty dazed as well, but, you know.
Here, brother, drink this. It will ease your pain.
I don't know that it will. Well, actually, it's got alcohol in it, so yes, it will.
Thank you, brother. I can feel it working already. How fortunate I am that God sent you in my time of need.
Rest now. Soon you'll be back on your feet.
See, like, none of those two characters sounded like they were text-to-speech. Like, that actually sounded...
You must come at once.
That's...
What's the matter, brother?
Bad.
Do you not hear the bells? The abbess requires your presence at chapel immediately.
I'll go as soon as I'm done helping Brother Osween.
No, you must go now. Hurry!
And it started to rain. I'm going to assume Vikings are on the horizon.
Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I was about to say, that bell's going constantly, so that's a bad sign. That's a real bad time. Oh, shite. Everyone's running away! Why am I going where everyone's running away from? Bro, it's an emergency. Can't you move a little faster than that? Oh, I just found the sprint. I just found the sprint button on the controller, that's why. Oh. Overshot.
Abbess, what is happening?
Come with me, Brother Elrich. The heathens are on their way, and we must secure the relics before they approach.
Then we shall all flee together?
No, brother. The others prepare to fight. Collect the reliquary, please.
She didn't call them Vikings. Good. You're not supposed to, because that was a later thing.
Forgive me, blessed saints, but I must carry you from your place of rest.
Now come. We have no time to spare. Take the relic to your father. Our families may share no love, but we are of a mind when it comes to the Lord. He will know what to do.
That man is a stranger to me.
As was our Lord Jesus Christ when he died on the cross for our sins. Help often comes from unexpected hands, brother.
What?
Now, follow quickly.
Oh, I can't carry it in first person. Oh, that's kind of lame. Oh, wait, I can. Okay. I had to play a third person animation, though. Can't you, like, you know, panic and run a little
Into
faster?
the catacombs. Remain swift and silent.
Already smoke. Alright. Oh, God. This can't be good. Oh, this is straight up an actual raid. Not... Oh, shit. Okay. I was hoping they were gonna mistake it for, like, a,
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters.
I was hoping it was gonna be mistakenly a trade. Oh gosh. Nope. This is. They're straight up gonna make us go through a raid, huh? His flight ensured the Abbey's sacrifice. The Abbess's sacrifice. Brother Elric, I didn't read the rest of that. To reach King Alfred's court, he will have to cross Viking-ravaged lands and pray that he's not discovered. Oh, wow. Duty fulfilled. Well, dang. Thorstein returns home after 5 years of raiding. Oh, jeez. Reunited with his wife, he wants nothing more than to sail west and build a new life with her. But to do so, he will need the support of Harold, who may not be willing to let him leave. Okay. Sure, I'll do the next quest. I'm just gonna roll through these quests. Why not? If I miss any stuff, I'll cover that on my own. While the years have actually brought Thorstein great riches, they have also taken their toll. He wants to give up raiding, but to do so he needs Harold's permission, something the young Jarl is unlikely to give. Haraldstad, Norway.
So I pried the book from his hands and tore the covers off to bring home. I'll be able to afford another slave this harvest season, at the very least.
These Saxons and their books. You'd think they were more precious than their own lives, but if no one lives to speak of what's written down, who will remember it?
Not to speak of how they treat their dead, putting bones or pieces of wood inside golden boxes. How this honors their god, I'll never understand.
Waiting won't make it any easier.
The Great Hall may have been its own building, like the one pictured here, or a large central room in the chieftain's longhouse. The hall was at the heart of the community. Deep bonds were created, transformed, and sometimes broken under its roof. The chieftain's house was seen in this picture was reconstructed after archaeologists found remains from a 6th to 10th century longhouse. It is 83 meters long and 9.5 meters wide, making it the longhouse ever found. Borg, Norway. That's pretty sweet, though. Oh, man. I mean, it's a good picture. I kind of wish, for the purposes, they would have shown the entire longhouse, though. Excuse me.
I could not let you pass without experiencing the sting of your wit.
Oh, no. Screw it, let's flight.
The mood I'm in, you'd best hope for a stinging rather than a lashing.
Then let's begin. On the Isle of Ely, great riches were won.
Sure.
It was over before this flighting begun.
Come, Thorstein. Surely you can do better than that.
Oh, fine.
I've heard of your legend, your grace and prowess.
A battle always leaves a big mess.
I feel like you're not taking this
Oh,
seriously,
come
my
on.
friend. It's a shame Harald Jarl outshines you so brightly.
He outshines us both. He's so sprightly.
Weak, I'm afraid. How disappointing.
Fuck you.
I don't have time for this.
It's 15th century, yeah. So that's interesting. Keeping allies close. To hold on to his power, a chieftain had to keep his companions happy. In other words, wealthy. Whether by trade or by war, Norse leaders needed to get their hands on loot and riches, to redistribute them to their allies. This was how they kept their companions in line. A sword like this one might have been given by a wealthy leader to a trusted ally, or one whose loyalty he wanted to ensure. A Viking sword, in quotations, in good condition. Bro, I don't think you're going to be cutting up anyone with that kind of sword. I understand what they mean by good condition. I just think it's funny. If he calls you weak, then you cripple them. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Wow, that's a lot of furs. Damn.
Thorstein! You've been far from our shores, but never my thoughts.
Aww.
There's something I must say, my Jarl.
So formal. Did the crossing scour our friendship from your mind?
It did not. It's only by friendship that I'm brave enough to speak.
Tell me then. I'm listening.
I tire of raiding Harold. I want to settle where there's rich, dark soil for the taking. I want to make a place of our own where I can live out my days with my wife.
You're young yet, my friend. Plenty of time to grow old with a bouncing infant on its knee.
No, my Jarl. I've delayed too long already. Today I search for a ship.
I have none to spare.
Then I shall purchase one.
Commission, perhaps. I hope this folly of yours can withstand a year's wait.
If that is what it takes. It is no slight to you, my Jarl. My love for you has not waned, but my love for my wife only grows stronger with each absence. I hope you will bless my journey. In time.
Go.
Doesn't seem too happy about that. That is in practically mint condition. Yeah, you know. Old Viking sword, slightly used. Yeah, you know, $5. $5. Best I can do is $5. Hate Ubisoft for whatever reason, for making 2 saming games or whatever, but damn, do they design some really good fucking open worlds. I wish it wouldn't go to third person automatically like that. It didn't do that in other games. I don't know why they changed that. Religion and magic. Ships between 2 worlds. Oh. Ancient Scandinavians believed that ships straddled 2 different worlds, for they were built on land and lived at sea. Symbolically, the sail was to have a foot in 2 worlds, not just land and sea, but also life and death. To be on a ship was to be in a liminal, in-between space, between life and afterlife. Ships, whether wooden or stone, symbolize transitions. This is likely why they had figures heavily. This is why they had figured heavily in Scandinavian burials rituals since the Bronze Age. Okay, I understand that now. I've always wondered. Well, I mean, it was kind of obvious, you know, the Vikings and the ships were very closely tied together, but to actually have them explain that in that way, that they were a transition between worlds, is actually very interesting. So now I understand fully why Viking funerals took place Why a typical Viking funeral was to just light someone on fire in a small ship, or in a big ship if you were. What if they had Vinland Saga in the game? That would be cool. That would be cool. I wonder if they have a reference to it. I'll look up a video later on YouTube to see what references they have. Also, I didn't realize that those large stone circles, well, ovals, actually represented ships. I thought they were just, oval shapes. I didn't realize they were actually meant to symbolize ships. It also makes me want to play Valheim again.
Imvolder, I need a ship. My wife and I leave for the land across the sea.
Thorstein.
Harald won't pay for such a vessel, I'm sure. Did you really fill your pockets that well on your last raid?
I have gold enough to cover the cost.
Wood, sails, and all?
Gunhilda's family will provide the sail. The rest I will purchase.
Ah, you're a lucky man.
I know.
Speak with Skaga for a pine mast, then, and yarn for the nails. Tell him I'll expect him to be on time with his deliveries in the future.
I'll see what I can do.
Neat. Like all these tools, too. Can I sprint under that? Oh, I can't. Dang it.
Thorstein, what brings you to my yard?
I'm just gonna call him Thors for short.
Imvolder sent me.
Oak or pine?
I'm sorry, what?
New to shipbuilding, are you? Come with me. You'll learn better by doing.
I will learn better by doing. Also, she has got some very heavy editing on her. What it? Okay, that's fine.
Use that axe to remove the bark from this log. Underneath you will find silken pine, flexible and light, that will bend in the wind. Perfect for a mast. Once you have a sense of the wood, come find me and I will show you another.
Why are several female characters in this game mode, like, very either not voiced properly or poorly edited? I don't fucking understand. Don't forget a drink too. I got my drink. Don't worry about that. Okay, what am I doing? Okay.
Tap in the wedges gently. We want this log to split as straight as possible. That way we will have long, hard boards of oak for the hull of your ship to protect you and your fellow. I'll wait for you over there.
Something is wrong with the voice editing on some of these characters. Am I actually gonna split it, or is it just gonna keep hammering? I assume that's a static object that's not gonna move. I do like that they're walking you through the process and actually having you interact with it, but this
Planing the
voiceover...
wood ensures a tight fit between the boards, leaving no gaps or knots that might give way in the middle of the sea. The smoother the joints, the smoother your journey. Now, which type of wood did Imvolder send you for?
Oh, this is one of the things I didn't remember.
Oak, I think.
I believe you may be mistaken, friend.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have the patience of Balder himself.
Then why did you ask me?
You won't forget again, will you?
I need pine for a mast.
Pine for a mast.
I'll send your new mast to the shipyard as soon as it's ready.
I'm surprised I haven't seen jokes about this on Twitter or something. This is pretty meme-worthy. Yeah, I am. Don't remember what, though. It's been too long.
Sent me.
Of course he did. He tried those nails from Avaldsnes, and I bet they fell apart in the salt water. I use nothing but pure iron, which is why he hates my prices. But at least you won't find yourself suddenly sailing in a bucket full of holes. Head inside the shop. You can take a box from the stack against the back wall. But tell him he'll have to pay up front if he wants more.
I'm the one funding the construction of this ship. You will be paid in full.
I have no doubt. Eventually. Imbaldir makes ships that sing on the ocean waves. But mundane thoughts of silver and debt never seem to enter his mind. Don't worry, I'll talk to him. Go get your nails.
Well, I can guarantee you it's not a text-to-speech program that did, you know, the bad editing on some of these character lines, because there's no fucking way a text-to-speech editing program could possibly pronounce Norwegian names. No way in hell would the AI be competent enough to do that. Hell, even most English speakers aren't competent enough to do that. I'm not competent enough to do that reliably.
Finally you return. Now, there's one last step to take. Come with me. Which animal would you like best for your prow? I have 3 available.
Oh, please be one a bear.
The spirit that suits your intentions.
A bear, a bear, a bear.
You will also need to bring me a blessed charm to put inside the prow. But I won't need it for many months yet. Take a look and let me know if you have any questions.
No, there's no bear. I mean, I know how.
Tell me about the elk.
The elk is associated with this. Is this the prow you want?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Then we can get started.
Eikthyr, bless us on our journey to new lands and a new home.
Thorstein.
Yes, my Jarl.
I was childish before. In my joy at seeing you home, I wasn't ready to discuss your departure again so soon. Nor see you gone for good. Please, accept this with my blessing.
Unjo, the rune of kinship.
And why not? No man has been a truer brother to me than you. It has been an honor to have you in my félagið, even if this leg of the trip will be shorter. The day has finally come.
And all too soon.
Many have come before you, and many will come after. Yet, when I die, it will be your friendship that I recall as I await the opening of Valhalla.
There, we will meet again.
Go then, and the winds take you swiftly to soft lands and great riches.
May your name never be forgotten.
A fine ship for a fine man.
And the finest craftsmanship I've ever laid eyes on. You have blessed us indeed.
I shall miss your scathing replies, Thorstein.
And I'll miss your insufferable arrogance.
God smile on you, my friend.
You still owe me for that last box of nails.
Imbaldir told me he paid.
I'm just playing with you. Be well, Thorstein.
And you.
Treat her well, Thorstein.
Oh, my wife will make sure of it. I've never seen a woman more in love with a boat.
And I've never seen so fine a sail. If you ever return, I will have work for her.
And I can apprentice myself to Skaga. A sound plan.
Your friend, be a friend. Gift you return with peace. Laughter met with laughter, wise and willing. Reason repaid with treachery. No man should trust a corpse upon the battlefield.
good seeing seers, their strong will flow. Early sown fields should no man trust, nor too soon in the sun.
It took me a second, I realized I was driving backwards. Their relationship with Harold restored, Thorstein and Gunhilda sailed to Notfall to collect the rest of... I couldn't read that fast enough, damn it. But a storm brewing on the horizon, and to tame treacherous waves they will need a great sea rider indeed.